Welcome back, guys, to FNAF Lord. Today we're going to be going over how to use every character right in Bite by Night. Yeah, let's get right to it. The first one we are going to be doing is the Doppelganger, also known as Ennard in the actual lore. But I will be using the Molten skin. It doesn't make them any different. I just like the skin more, so I'm gonna use them. I forgot to change it, so yeah. So what most people think you should be doing is using the skin stealer ability first. You should not be doing this because what you want to be doing with this character is just going up right to them and try to kill them. Because the reason you don't want to be using the skin stealer ability, you spawn in one place each time. Like where I spawned, you're gonna spawn all the time. In Pizzeria, you're gonna spawn on stage, and on Forge, you're gonna start on the other side of the map. But what I like to do is just go up to them and spam these eyes. If you want to play this character correct, you gotta be spamming these eyes. Yeah, but the for starters, some information, the M1, it's pretty good for a base M1. Yeah, but the grab ability, which is what makes this character very good. As you can see, the eyes I just get close range. I missed that one, but the grab ability, it does a pretty good amount of damage, and it has an insanely low cooldown. Oh, guys. Yeah, and what I notice, if you want to be killer, and whenever you want to know who you're fighting. That's always no. But yeah, you see, I'm gonna use this one here because no one knows. You see, this guy just saw me, but since I can get a free hit. If people know who you are, you're basically done for. Yeah, but what I was saying about the fighter, right after you use the grab ability, we did a bit of research. It does almost 65% of people right after they use the grab ability, they parry. Yeah, but in my opinion, what makes this guy mostly overpowered is the eyes and the grab ability, and the low cooldowns, of course. That's what makes him pretty much really good. Also, if you want to be using this guy, spam the eyes. Have 6 on the map at all possible times. Yeah, so the swing does 32 damage, which is pretty good for a base form. But granted, he is very slow. You also, in my opinion, it's yeah, you see this guy's just gonna die of wired eyes. Now, these things it's what makes this guy's one tap. What makes this character so good. If you want to be playing as this character, you need to have 6 on the map at all possible times. And they'll roam around the building, and if you chase them towards them, they're going to jump on them, and they're going to be so confused, because if they don't take off, it's going to start doing little tiny bits of damage. But, you know, when tiny things always become into big things, normally. Oh, yeah, is the guy a fighter? Oh yeah, not always they parry, but I said 65% or more. Yeah, but the eyes you need to be spamming these all possible times. No matter what, whenever you have the cooldown, I just keep your finger on the Q button, cause this thing will just win you the game. Yeah, but the next ability, the Skin Stealer, eject a dead body and take their body. As you know, it's from the game. Ennard goes inside your body, takes control. Yeah, but you see, you also don't want to. I'm gonna miss a lot of these probably. Ooh, sniped. Yeah, but the next ability in the Skin Stealer is the throw. If you throw it, it's a projectile. So when you throw it, it's going to do a good amount of damage and explode. But if you miss, there's not that big of consequence because it spawns a minion for you, which is really good. Yeah. Yeah, so you need to be, it's not that big of a consequence if you lose because it just spawns one, which is always good for you, because you need to have as many of these as possible. Yeah, that guy, I think that guy just got stuck by a minion, or, because this ability, you see, it has a 12-second cooldown, which is absolutely insane. Yeah, this guy's, if you just want to play as him, he's one of those easy characters that, here's an example. Like, for instance, if these people already know that I killed him. I killed him in front of, like, 3 people. So I'm gonna now go, like, towards them. You see? They know already. Also, you can't be too, like, how do I explain it? You can't be too forward with it. Because if you're gonna be too forward with it, they're gonna know. Is he in the wall? Okay, he fell down. I'm gonna pretend like I got. Oh, I could have gotten that. I wasn't doing it. Why can I not use R? I could not use R. Oh, that's a good parry. That's a good parry. Yeah, I'm gonna use these wired eyes because you're always gonna be needing them. This guy's the easiest out of, in my opinion, all the killers. All you gotta do is use the eyes, just chase them around, use the grab ability as much as possible, and the more you use it, the more you'll get more kills. I wouldn't much. The M1s are pretty basic. They do a good 32 damage, which is okay. It's in the mid of the M1s, in my opinion. Yeah, there's, in my opinion, 3 different types of them. This one is, like, yeah, you see, like, people, they normally use the parry. I don't think I guess he will look pretty soon. Yeah, that's, yeah, I'm gonna try to hit a snipe here. I think I got him. Yeah, let's see if I can actually get him for once. This guy's actually been done pretty good so far. It's been pretty hard to get. Yeah, but once again, and I know I've been saying this, can I hit that? No, I can't. But what I have been saying about this character is pretty darn simple. All you gotta do is spam the eyes, always have 6, use the, abuse the short amount of cooldowns, try not to miss your M1s like me, and also use your, skin stealer ability where no one knows. And where no one also knows, like, if you're, say for instance, everyone saw me kill you, like, you see this person I'm going to use, because only that junk bot saw me. So I'm going to avoid the junk bot, but go for everyone else, since no one actually knows. Yeah, let's get in. Because, like, no one knows who I am. This, junk bot here does know who I am. But those guys all the way in the warehouse, deep warehouse, they already know who I am. I mean, they don't know who I am. Can I hit that? No, I can't. But once again, there's no, but you see, there's no actual consequence. Can I pop his head off? Yeah, but the next ability, Skin Stealer Stab, it lunges forward and stab people, and just 45 damage, which is actually a whole lot of damage. Say you have 100, that's gonna do, like, near a lot of damage to them, almost half. You also want to play smart with almost all the killers. You're gonna want to play smart. Also, one thing about when you use the Skin Stealer Explode ability, I'm gonna go over it later, but you're going to want to use it after you get somebody with it. You're gonna have to wait till they stand back up. I'm gonna say this for every character that gives them, like, a stun and makes them lay down or stun them on the ground. You're gonna have to wait, because if you do it, it's only gonna do like 5 damage or so, but if you wait for them to get up, they'll get the full damage, which will actually help you a lot. Oh, come on. That's a good. That was pretty good. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. I'm gonna just be, trying to kill this character for the rest of the thing. And that's about it. Yeah, the Skin Stealer Exploder does 25 AoE damage, so it's gonna be ranged, very ranged. It's not that big of a thing, But yeah, that's pretty much it. For the rest of the game, I'm just going to be following this guy probably. Let me see if I can get him in here. Okay. Let's see if we can get on. I heard this thing works with it. I don't really much, but I'm going to try to trick him out. I don't know if you can see me or not. This is pretty dark skin as it is. I'm going to try to go the other way. Probably won't notice me. Probably heard the doors if he has his volume on. Can I get him? I'm sorry guys, I'm not doing very good on this skin stealer or this guy. I'm not the best at this character really. I'm pretty much only good with Mimic and Springtrap, but yeah, but with these things you might be, with this information I've given you, you can probably be just as good as me, but you probably don't want to. Or you can be a lot better than me if you use them right. Like what I like to do right at, like I said, oh no, I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, don't do stupid things like that. Now he's gonna be able to run past me. Granted, I do have 110 HP, which is... Can I hit the snipe? Whew. Let's go. Here, I'm gonna try to... nope. Okay, yeah, I'm cooked. I have the M1, I have the M1, maybe... Oh, wait, I got it. I can clutch up. Can I pop off his head? Okay, that was good. That was a good game. That was a holy clutch. That was a good clutch. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the Doppelganger. The next one we're gonna be doing is the Mimic. This one is interesting one. He's a lot of people like him. He got a lot of moves. But how you're going to want to use him is you're going to want to start off by using the change ability, which can change your modes, and you go straight to stealth, and then you use the drill, also the R on the far right. And then when you use this move, you automatically know where everyone is, and no one can see you anymore. The only thing that gives you away is your what's it called? The sound. And you're gonna want to do it. You gotta be fast with it, cause if you're gonna you gotta be a bit quick with it, cause if you gotta do it really fast. Like, you can't have any quit. You gotta do it real quick. The next one is the jump ability. And this jump ability is good because it does a good amount of damage, and it's pretty long range, and it's AoE. And that's a lot of ands. But this is what people mainly use the speed ability for, is the amount of speed you get, and the leap ability. Next one is like the M1. When you change your modes, they change. Strength is 40. Or I'm gonna 1 second say this. You don't want to throw. It is fun to throw at other people, but you want to be throwing them in the corner, then wait for them to get up, and then you can do the full damage. This guy did use the stun ability, so he saved his. Okay, you're weird for that. Yeah, just go. Yeah, I just kill everyone who does that. Yeah, I'm gonna use this a lot because this ability is really overpowered and it does pretty good. Back to the amount of damage of the thing. Strength does 40, speed does 6, I believe, and then stealth does a good I don't know, 40 damage. No, not 40, my bad. Like 25. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna use leap again because this attack's always just good. Yeah, but the mode switch is also very good because you can switch it. That's what the main thing about this guy is. You just switch his abilities, and you can do speed, strength. Strength does make you overwhelmingly slow. That's why you won't see me much using it, and I don't much advise you using it unless you use. I'll show you later, but you should mainly be using strength when they're in a corner and they're trapped. Yeah, I'm gonna use the. Yeah, you also want to be predicting people and how they're moving, because sometimes they can run out, Yeah, whenever they're too far, I just like to use speed, because it's someone logged. It also closes the gap between you, which is really nice. Let's see if I can get them. No. Yeah, it's also whenever you use this guy's attacks, you always gotta make sure that you're landing them. Okay, I'm gonna try to use the drill ability because I have like no idea where everyone is. And when you don't know where anybody is, you're gonna want to use this attack because it's gonna just help you know where everyone is. Because this is a attack that lets. Is this guy medding? No. Yeah, you see, normally they can walk out, but I still hit him. I'm gonna try to corner him, and with speed you can just like leap over there, which is nice. The med kits are really overpowered. They can just run forever. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna use this ability. Yeah, the grab it does a good amount of damage, and you can either throw it at other players, or you can I could have thrown at other players, but you can throw them in the corner and then just get a couple free hits. I'm gonna try to kill her. Yeah, once again, I do not know where anybody is other than that person. And also, this attack gives you a huge speed ability. So what you need to be doing is using, use this guy's stealth, sneak up on them, use this attack, switch to strength immediately, and that does a pretty good, 50 damage. No, not 50, my bad. It does like almost 60 damage, which is really good. And then you can just, while they're running, you can just use leap, and then they're done for. That's how I like to, get rid of all my opponents. Because the leap ability, it's 25, 25, and then 40. And that's pretty much going to kill everyone. And if we use that there, and maybe you might need to add one or more 2 M1s with either like stealth, and then that's what you can, if you can like keep on chaining that, then you can just basically win the entire game. Also, since this character got the DSD changes, it's a bit worrisome about how overpowered this character is now with 110 stamina. Yeah, I do slightly. He's medding, bro. Please.
Continued resistance will result in disciplinary action.
Alright, you see, with the strength, you go so slow and you can't catch up to the survivors, so I gotta like immediately switch to speed because they're already gone. Okay, that's fine. How many players are there? There's 2. There's not a lot of players in this lobby. I don't want to kill her right now. I want it because this guy's currently cornered. I can either kill him in both ways. Let's see if I can get him. No, I can't. I can wait here all day. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, players are normally impatient. And same thing with the Ennard. If you just wait for them at the doors and knock on it once and then immediately turn around and use an M1, you can normally get them. He's medic again, bro. Okay, here's an example. The drill ability and strength. I'm gonna use this here, immediately switch to strength, and look at this. Boom. You want to try to follow where they're going, and then because this hitbox is kind of like in the middle of him, behind and in front of him, so yeah, that can just easily happen. With that's like so much damage right there, and it's almost inescapable. And what you for the you're gonna want to be using stealth, because I like to use stealth because it has the most variety of things, and it does a pretty good damage. It's kind of in the middle. Yeah, this guy you only want to be getting the advantage of speed here, because the M1s here, as you can see, they do like almost 0 damage. That AoE is also absolutely enormous. If I like switch to stealth, because it gives a pretty good amount of like you got a pretty good speed, and you got a pretty good damage. It's like in the middle of things. Also, you got a bunch of these attacks. I'm pretty sure she's like one tap with this. Also, you can go through doors, which is good.
Please be advised
Yeah.
that this is your primary.
No, she's not dead. One more time. Yeah, that attack does so much damage, and if you just use that combo, stealth or grab, strength, and then speed leap, and then maybe change back to. The next one we're gonna be doing is Springtrap. Now this one I do main, but yeah, when I do bought this new character, I do really like the Last Man Standing music. Let's go. Yeah, but for this guy, he is a trapper, so you're gonna want to be placing his traps as much as possible, because like without them, this is what makes him Springtrap in this game, because his traps, you can just corner people inside of corners. Also, he has a good long-ranged ability which does damage and then does bleed out. But what I like to do first is throw the axe just anywhere. It would be, yeah, the trap ability. It does a good amount of damage, and it can corner people inside. Yeah, I just like to randomly throw this. I try to hit somebody. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I do. And then I like to use the scream ability. It happens after you throw your axe, and you just have your fist. You can't do it without them. Your axe has to be gone. Yeah, you see, someone already got in my trap. They're pretty hard to see sometimes. But the attack, this does up to, I don't know, it does 40 or 30% damage, and to a 30%. So it's not going to do damage to, like say they're 5 HP, it's not going to kill them. It can't kill you, period. But if you do it to someone who's full HP, that's going to do a good 40, 30 damage, around about. And yeah, that can get you, a pretty good. Yeah, the axe throw, it's pretty good too. I'm gonna pick this back up. But yeah, I'm just gonna see. But you're gonna have to throw, because if you throw them at like say 10, it's not gonna do a lot. But you want to be using the scream ability to force your opponents into a corner, and I advise to do it first thing in the game, because at end game it's pretty useless and it can't kill anybody. What you need to be doing is placing these traps everywhere, but not like everywhere like horrible spaces, but more like spaces where players can't get around them. Like at doors are really good spots, because you cannot go around them. They can, well, depends if, yeah. You see, this guy, he's now on round, I don't know, 70, 60 HP. It does a pretty good amount of damage at the start of the game. But at the end of the game, it's not going to do hardly any damage. When they're low, it's not going to do hardly any damage. Yeah, also another thing with the axe, if you're just trying to M1 the heck out of someone, you're going to want to be using the axe. Yeah, same as internet. It's all the characters. I see that majority of the players, after you try to break down the door, yeah, here you see they can't go around. Say I put another one, and then they're just trapped. Yeah, I think someone got trapped in my thing. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna use the scream senses. It also gives you 25 extra stamina, which is actually pretty good for I'm gonna try to flick them out and bait them over to me. This is where people mate me. Yeah, you also don't want to be using it like right when you're like 30 stamina, because you're probably gonna lose it, and it gives them such a distance to you, they can easily loop you. Yeah, right here, he's cooked. Yeah, remember how I put that trap over there? He can no longer escape. And he knows it. GG. That's pretty good. Drop his head off. Oh, that's pretty good. Good game. Yeah, so basically how you want to be playing that character. Use the traps where tight spaces, put it where people try to loop you. And you use your axe, use the scream ability to start off. And then just try to use the traps to bait them over to them, and then you just win. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Please subscribe, and have a very nice day. Goodbye.